Hey, Shoreline, back with you on a Wednesday here at noon. Took a couple days off for the Easter holiday, and I hope you had a good holiday. It was a strange one being at home, but it was good just to be able to worship, sing some familiar songs. So we hope you enjoyed your time, and we'll continue on just in our time thinking through Psalm 27. We're up to verse 10. And I've been working a little bit further along on some of the memorization, but it's hard. And I don't know about you, but just getting back into this memory time has been a challenge, but a good one. So let's give it a shot. The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assail me to eat up my flesh, my adversaries and foes, it is they who stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war arise against me, yet I shall be confident. One thing I have asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of his temple, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and inquire in his temple. For he will hide me in his shelter in the day of trouble. He will conceal me under the cover of his tent. He will lift me high upon a rock. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies all around me. And I will offer in his tent sacrifices with shouts of joy. I will sing and make melody to the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry aloud. Be gracious to me and answer me. You have said, seek my face. My heart says to you, your face, O Lord, I do seek. Hide not your face from me. Turn not away your servant in anger, O you who have been my help. That's about as far as I've gotten. Yeah, I got to go back and check my work, but yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge, but we keep going. Just a challenge for you guys. Try it with me. It's tough, but I know you can do it. We'll keep at it. Where we are in Psalm 27 is verse 10, and to be honest, I was going to just skip this verse because it's about this idea of abandonment, and it seemed like a bit of a downer, kind of a verse to go through. But then the more I thought about it, the more I just thought, let's not skip it. And really, what David is saying about his father and mother, basically rejecting. In fact, he says, "For my father and mother have forsaken me, but the Lord will take me in." And there's this sense of abandonment or rejection, but there is a hopefulness on the part of David. And I think coming out of Good Friday, it's actually a very appropriate verse when we think about it. The words of Jesus on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me? And if you think about those words and what Jesus is saying, he's expressing that sense of rejection on the part from his heavenly Father, because the sin has been laid upon him. And so Father is turning his face away. And I think David picks up on this theme of rejection, abandonment, yet hope. And they're two concepts you don't normally think of together, but they're extremely important, especially as you link forward to Jesus. I mean, what was he doing at the cross? He was taking the rejection that we ought feel because of sin, the ugliness and shame of it. He was substituting himself in our place, taking it upon himself, and he expressed that when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And when you think about the expression of that, and this is what Tripp picks up, by the way, in his book, Shelter in Time, this is on page 85 and 86. But when you link it forward to Jesus, you see the importance of how the hope of welcome is built upon the ugliness of rejection. And, we normally think of the basis, we might normally think of the basis of our acceptance and welcome in God's kingdom and God's family on the basis of our appeal to God and our appealing rejection that Jesus took at the cross. And if you think about the ugliness and the filthiness of our shameful sin, that's not the stuff that we want to put in front of God to form an argument for being a part of his family, being accepted into heaven. And yet that's the very thing that Jesus took on himself at the cross in our place as a substitute. So it says here, the Lord will take me in, that welcome, that coming home. That's the welcome we look forward to in all of eternity. What Jesus provides for us, the Lord will take us in, but that's based on the rejection that he felt, the abandonment at the cross because of the shame of sin. So I think today, Lord, just as we think about this together, one of the things I want to express to you, these things that we tend to hide, that we would tend to struggle with, that we would just lay them bare and open before God, that we would just talk to God about these things, not think that these are the things we need to overcome in order to be accepted, but these are the things that Jesus willingly took upon himself and was rejected so that we might be welcome. So, just a thought for you on a Wednesday, thankfulness to Jesus, the basis of our hope being that rejection he endured, not so that we might feel sorry for him, but that we rejoice in him because of what he's taken for us. Hope you guys are doing well. It's another week here in quarantine.